I'm feeling really down, like extremely down. And I felt like I was gonna search YouTube for people with the same issue as me, and that is being really unattractive.
Some folks find themselves to be ugly, usually because of the way that they were treated as a kid or just the unnecessary pressures that our society puts on all of us, but that's what it is. And that's the case for this YouTuber, David, aka Never Give Up. He, for a long time, thought that his appearance made him incapable of finding love. And this is something that I have personal experience with, especially in my younger days. I legitimately thought the same. I thought that my personality made me incapable of being loved, and it ruined my confidence, and it's still something that I struggle with. But I also was not brave enough to share that with a ton of strangers across the internet, and I also didn't have one comment from an incredibly nice human completely change my entire life. And that's what makes David's story so remarkable and why I thought it was just so amazing. And I just really felt I wanted to share this with you all in the best way that I know how. Real quick before we dive in, though, I have new merch up. It actively supports this channel in a big way, and I also send out some personalized thank you videos from time to time, so head there at some point if you want. So about 7 years ago, David posted a YouTube video titled Being Ugly, My Experience, where he basically just outlined why he thought his appearance was keeping him from finding love, finding a partner.
I feel really alone. My entire life I've been treated quite bad. I have so much loose skin, it makes me look terrible. I have a big forehead, my eyebrows, everything is like, I do not look good. I've never in my entire life had anyone telling me I look good.
But the most heartbreaking part of it was a relationship that he described that he was previously in for about 7 years.
She called me ugly. She forced me to walk 5 to 10 meters behind her. She'd never hold my hand. She never kissed me. She never did anything to show appreciation of me. She just simply used me.
The only thing ugly here is the verbal sewage that's spilling out of your head hole right now.
A lot of people might question why. Like, why would you stay in something like that? Well, when your self-esteem is that low, that's what you feel like you deserve. So you don't look for any other options. It's sad, but that is the reality of it. But despite how David felt about himself, he uploaded the video and fully expected a lot of negative comments, mostly negative. In fact, it turned out to be the exact opposite. People were floored at his ability to be so vulnerable and so honest. They were also just floored by just the absolute heartbreaking nature of it all. People loved how honest it was because it's rare in our society to post something on social media that is that negative about ourselves, because we only post the best parts of ourselves. And I think people just loved how refreshing it was. It just felt different.
Vulnerability, heel click!
And because of that, this video went crazy viral. 20 million plus views, went all over the internet. A lot of articles picked it up. The success of this video allowed David to keep making videos and earn a good living from it. He very quickly got 50,000 subscribers, so he just started posting daily vlog type of videos and Q&As and tributes to his mom, and all of the comments stayed overwhelmingly positive because they were getting to know David and saying just how good of a person he was.
Behind the back, heel click!
Well, a couple of years go by, and he posted another video explaining that nothing had changed. He hadn't found love, he hadn't found a partner, a relationship, anything, and he was growing very frustrated by this. In fact, so frustrated he started to kind of listen to the more superficial comments and suggestions that he was getting from the online world.
But I've learned to accept that what you think about yourself doesn't really matter. It's other people that view you, so you gotta care about what they think. If you're born attractive, then confidence comes with it.
And that only made him even more frustrated because he didn't want to have to change his appearance or anything about him. Nobody does. We just want to be ourselves. So what started as a really huge burst of hope from a massive viral video that people only dream of getting just eventually fizzled into more hopelessness and despair, really. And then he got this comment. I actually think you're kind of cute, TBH. I mean it. Her name is Julie. She's from Argentina, which is honestly very far from where David lives in Sweden. But nevertheless, it struck up a friendship. At first, they just reached out to each other on Discord and started talking for a while.
If you hurt him, May the wind whisper your shame.
But very quickly they realized, this isn't just a friendship. I really like this person. And they officially started dating. They started a relationship, a long distance one at first. But it didn't take long for them to realize, again, that this isn't just a normal relationship either. This is someone I want to spend all of my time with. This is someone I am in love with. So a few months later, Julie moved from Argentina all the way over to Sweden to live with David, and she started appearing in a lot of his videos, and his audience was just cheering him on the entire way. Then about a year and a half later, they got married.
Oh, so sorry about the wind comment.
And to top it all off, they ended it with probably the biggest surprise of all.
It's a girl, and her name's gonna be Stella.
I'm so sorry about the wind comment.
So 7 years ago, it started as a vulnerable admission of one's perceived appearance and just a desire to connect with people who felt the same. And it ended with a family, an entire family, just from the internet, which I think is just unbelievable. And it's a big win for the internet. And it also took Julie's genuine act of kindness and honesty and desire to look past someone and how they viewed themselves and to say, you know what? No, I see a good person. I don't care about that. And I want to get to know this person. And that was a big thing I heard a lot when I was growing up. Women don't want you if you're not confident, if you're not sure of yourself, if you're not a big, tough alpha male. And I think I heard that a lot, especially for me, because I was anything but that. I was a short, very, very young looking, awkward, nerdy kid that just didn't have any confidence in himself, and I needed guidance and help in that department because of my appearance. There was one instance that really drove that home for me. I went to a private Christian school and we had what was called chapel. It's basically like church every day. And there was a group of girls directly in the row in front of me, and they were talking about somebody being cute behind them. And one of the girls turned and kind of like pointed at me, I guess, and was like, him? And the other girl who was talking about somebody being cute looked at her and goes, oh God, no, no. Look beyond that. And my buddies looked at me and was like, they don't think you're cute. That stuck with me for God knows how long. For the next 15 years, I had a little voice in my head just telling me, you will never find love. You will never find love. You're too young looking and awkward. And thank God that didn't turn out to be true. I found Kendra. It's just something I struggled with for so long, and just one little instance like that can just change everything. So I say all of this to say I have to give Julie a big ol' for seeing a person for who they are and not how they feel. And I have to give another big ol' to David for being brave enough to be vulnerable and share something so personal with a group of strangers on the internet that eventually turned into be 25, 30 million strangers. I think that's incredible, and it's just an awesome story. But we aren't done here. I have more wholesome green flag videos to show you. Click the box in the top left-hand corner, and I will see you over there. All right, toodles.